get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. L.J. Collier. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's got this down to the 35.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off play action. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 76 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand. These two teams all tied after one. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Out to his left. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Being chased out left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
It's 3rd and 7.
56 is mine. 56 is mine. Oh, here we go.
They go play action with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes makes the score 14-7. Touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is,
looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one, 32 yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins.
Room here to run.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 39 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Wilson will throw again. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that? That's
why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On second down, here's Penny. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They go play action now. Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, touchdown. That's caught. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. They'll try and throw for it. They'll roll him out right.
And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
It is fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Flush to his right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Jackson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his left.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. On 2nd and goal, Jackson on the... And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson.
Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Steps away. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all